There's a cinema in London, the Phoenix, to be precise. They are having, it's kind of like a mini film festival, if you will, that's essentially, some saying, state-sponsored by Israel. Now, they've put on a film that was all about October the 7th. Now, it's created quite a backlash. So there's been this, graffiti kind of daubed on. There you go. It's on the top of the screen there. So they've got graffiti daubed on this thing. And now, last night, you've had kind of Israel, Jewish supporters coming together as one to push back on this stuff, saying that they don't want to be intimidated. Ken Loach, he was a patron of this cinema. He stepped back away from his role. What do you make to all of this?
Yeah, I think it's pretty disgraceful, actually. I mean, I used to live in East Finchley. I know the Phoenix Cinema very well. I used to go. There's an enormous Jewish community in and around East Finchley. Lots of my friends still live there. And I think what this is really showing, for me... This is a
counter-process on the screen, by the way.
What this is showing is the very virulent, aggressive intimidation and intolerance that is shown towards the Jewish community here in Britain. Just to be clear, what this film festival is showing is a documentary called Supernova, the Music Festival Massacre, which tells the story of the attack by Hamas, the Islamist extremist organisation, on the Nova Music Festival and how Hamas murdered and raped Jews. They have every right to show that documentary in Britain, within that community. And again, it speaks to the intolerance among some on the left, a kind of alliance of, kind of radical cultural left and radical Islamists who are trying to shut it down, because that's what they do. They try and shut down views and perspectives they don't like. But I'm all for showing this documentary. And I hope that the reality, by the way, Michelle, of what happened on October 7th, which is still denied by a worryingly large share of people, particularly on the left, also British Muslims, a worryingly large number deny the events of October 7th. I hope more of these documentaries are shown across Britain so we can educate people about what happened.
I just want to ask you a question. Who is denying the events of October the 7th? Who specifically?
Well, we've had surveys over the last few weeks. I've written about these. We've had a survey of British Muslims which has shown that somewhere between a third and 40% deny that October the 7th
but you said the left...
the murder and rape of Jews. We've had comprehensive surveys showing that younger voters, Labour voters, are much more sympathetic of Hamas, more supportive.
But being sympathetic towards Hamas is not the same as denying.
Well, I've just said that we've had surveys that show a large number of British Muslims.
No. But I'm saying, yes, I understand what you said about the British Muslims. I want to know what you say about the young left-leaning people. You say that they are pro-Palestine and supporting Hamas,
anti-Israel and sympathetic,
anti-Israel. But are they like Holocaust deniers? Are they actually denying?
I think there is a section on the left that basically has refused to engage with the reality of October 7th.
But are they denying that it happened? Are they denying it happened?
I think there are people on the left.
You're saying I think, but you don't have a fact for that.
Well, I can go and look at the survey. I'm pretty sure on the surveys we'll find a significant chunk of
because that's a very worrying thing, because
it's not surprising. We can see it at the rallies and the chants and the sickening...
No, we're not talking about the Muslim side or the Palestinians.
No, I'm saying the left. The people on the left who are marching with Hamas sympathisers.
Fine, but I'm saying I think this is very important to make a distinction between being sympathetic toward Hamas or being anti-Israeli
extremist organisation.
And absolutely, I agree with that. And denying that it happened. And I think it's very important also when we have any discussion about this area that there's a distinct difference between Netanyahu's government, the Israeli people and the Jewish people, because
well, you've gone in a completely different direction.
No, I haven't gone in a different direction.
Do people accept the events of October 7th, or do they not?
Well, exactly. But I'm saying,
British Jews have a right to go and watch a documentary?
Of course they do. I'm completely against. But I
fine.
I want you to clarify the point that you made, because you made this rather general statement about the left not accepting the events of the October 7th.
It's not a general statement. Since October the 7th, every week we've had thousands of people
not
marching,
talking about that,
singing anti-Semitic slogans.
Talking about the denial of the events, which is like Holocaust denial, and I want that made clear.
I've got to say, actually, I would add that not only if you're suggesting that some people deny it, of course we've seen examples of some people celebrating it. So not denying that it's actually happened, but actually celebrating that it's been a thing in the first place.